Hello, welcome to my second game of the Champions League. Actually, it's round 3 against Po Liu from China. As you can see, he has high rating, and I don't really have a convincing hand as USSR. But I have Romanian and independent reds, so I can play it in good order. I have defectors, so I can play socialist governments, get rid of containment. Not very problematic hand, but also not very rich. And if I'm purged, it's a little crippling. I see Marshall coming, but if I'm not purged, I think I can take Italy with duck and cover. I am purged, but still I'll be able to do this. Okay, under purge, this hand is awful. But to some point manageable. So you go soon, you go late, you're probably held. You can go even sooner, but this is situational. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Some mill-ups would be nice. Not really surprised. Okay, let's wait where it'll... maybe not so soon. Let's grab these 2 points. I don't think I can do much in Asia. What I can do is to put independent reds in Lebanon and try to provoke cooing back and forth. Mr. Big Spender. Yeah, that was quite predictable. Maybe I should have entered Italy. I am not going to fight with the China card for it. If you have Truman, oh well. Even a 1 extra in Italy could not really stop him if he has more 4-ops. And so far this looks quite just terribly for me in terms of ops. And he does. I must honestly say I've never ever seen such a beginning so far, that USA starts with 4 4-ops cards in a row. Nothing really to be done in Europe. Therefore, no reason to play this for the event. And the last air containment would be nice to coup somewhere. For example, here. And would be nice to roll decently at least. Damn it. Okay, on the positive side, maybe I'm able to coup Italy. Oh no, how much can you have? Okay, just let me know whether you have Europe or not. Because Middle East is going to be... Oh, he has Europe. So he doesn't have Middle East. Probably, damn it. Okay, let's give it a chance. Whew. Chance taken. Of course, it's a little too late. Because he just managed to score Europe. Asia and 5-year plan are unclear, although with Fidel gone, I don't expect CIA to be any problem. Does it make sense? Yeah, he'll be able to equalize Europe anyway, so okay. Let's just accept the fact that I am not going to dominate Europe, but I am also not going to be dominated in Europe anymore. Hopefully. Because with this absolutely absurd bad luck that I've faced so far, anything seems possible. But yeah, DEFCON is high, so even if he somehow gives me distal, I probably get a chance to just dump CIA when it's safe. I expect a coup, yeah. In which case I am not going to give it to him that easily. I think that would be nice, provided, of course, that he doesn't coup very strongly. Ay. So Nasser's gone and I don't have Egypt and I have serious problems even in the Middle East. The only region I don't have problems right now is Europe, which has been scored when he dominated it. Yeah, of course. So CIA created. I'm gonna take Lebanon first. Not that it really matters now, but at some point it might. On the other hand, I don't want him to have two action rounds in a row, like Colombia and Venezuela. So, yeah, let's resolve event first. The priority is Saudi Arabia anyway, I guess. The second priority is South Korea, because these damned scoring cards are going to return. But Lebanon will be taken if you did this. I expect him to play Vietnam revolts on AR6 because this all looks like a preparation for this. One, two, three. Does it make sense? Yeah, it does. If he gets Middle East scoring, he's gonna score domination anyway. If I get it, I'm gonna have time to coup and retake Saudi Arabia anyway. And if he's lucky and or rich enough to stop me from doing this, well, not the thing that can be helped. UN intervening what? Suez crisis. Okay. So I got Middle East scoring. Red score, nothing. It's of course tempting to play red score. But with Middle East scoring in my hand, it's much more tempting to play Asia scoring. I can't do anything meaningful in Asia, except from hoping for it to be defected. Or can I? No, I can't. And this looks very close to a steamroll in favor of USA, but I keep having bad luck. I really needed this 4 here. I don't think I can afford even spacing NORAD or something like this. That's a 3 and isn't going to get better. That's a Mr. Big Spender. Maybe I should space NORAD. Yeah, let's give it a chance. I may be even tempted to space Formosan just for these 2 VPs. So this should be 16 minus 2, 14. Maybe I get Korean War. The goal seems like AR6 play. At least somewhat annoying to him, because he'll probably have to react to it directly. But Middle East must go now to stop him from dirty tricks like breaking Iraq and Saudi Arabia. And now, damn it! Even this must have failed. Okay, let's deny his AR6, whatever he planned. And try to boost the region, which suddenly gives some chance to reverse the scoring. I only need to start dominating it before it's scored and before the Pope comes and so on. Ooh la la. Okay. In this tournament, it matters when the game ends. So losing soon is much worse than losing late. But I don't really think I can afford such calculations here in particular. I think I have to go all in. Missile Envy has quite low downside risk and may pay off strongly. Unless defected, of course. Now what? I don't have many good cards. So one small step, coup in Panama, hoping for it. I could use Junta, but I'd rather keep Junta. Grab military operations. Damn it. Panama Canal and OAS are going to be nasty, so Junta to Venezuela probably necessary. At least this access gainer came to the right place. Salt can wait, maybe for something bigger to happen on the discard. Fuck it. That's unfucking believable. He has it all. Okay, it's time to solve for decal. No, really? Distal quag Allende, we will bury you. Okay, I'm quite glad that you have such hand. But really, did you have to have long gunman when I felt literally forced to play this? And of course, who's rolling? Okay, at least this. And at least his hand looks now quite annoying for him. Not the worst time for him to play the We Will Bury You, of course. Okay, so no DEFCON victory. Plan minimum, delay, defeat as long as possible. I am holding 3 cards. This looked decent. So let's perform some strong fight here. This should keep him busy at least to some extent. I think Decal should ignore Indonesia. He has Distal, Allende, Quagmire, and Brezhnev. He's gonna play Brezhnev last. He's gonna space Quagmire and hold Distal or vice versa, probably. Now he's gonna give me 3 points. Influence with Quagmire. That's not. That's somewhat peculiar, but it's not a bad decision, I must say. Okay, then decall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that I had a good follow-up for this. But let's at least keep him worried a little. Regretfully, he's gonna get rid of Brezhnev quite painlessly now for a coup in Colombia. And I am left with a total crap in my hand. But who cares? I survived until turn 5. Of course, a haiku. Literally the only card headlining of which makes any sense. Grain sales. I'm not even bothered. Wait. With Sadat and Camp David, Egypt doesn't really make sense. I'm not even bothered with the grain sales, whatever he draws. Oh, yes. Yeah, he returned it and dropped the DEFCON. Okay, now. US-Japan is now pointless to hold. Ops it offers are much more important. So, it's much more important to delay NATO. What am I playing? What am I holding? OAS could be a good hold card. Ask not seems like last action round or space, bear trap space, or maybe I should play bear trap because I have too many cards to deal with. Before I do it, I certainly want to coup Columbia. Maybe even with Camp David. Damn it. Of course, this switches priorities. Okay, a good roll is never a bad one. Maybe I should have just entered Nigeria and waited for Che to happen. Mr. Big Spender. Mr. Small Roller. Now that's something. Not having any better options. I must give this to him. Now that I secured Italy from breaking with special relationship, I expect successful brush war against it, right before the scoring comes. Oh, I spaced successfully and I may space once more. So maybe Mr. Kennedy will visit Mr. Armstrong. And my last heir, Panama Canal, probably cooing Colombia. It really looks dead loss because We Will Bury You is gone, Long Gunman is gone, and it absolutely, Quagmire is gone, absolutely doesn't look like I can ever regain anything on a map. But as I said, in this tournament, delaying a defeat also has its value. Regretfully, only this was left. Emptying it wasn't the worst that could happen, as it doesn't give him any counter. In this case... Damn it! Really? A 1. A 1. Yeah, of course you did this. I failed, so if he has Africa, it's game over. He didn't. This is not very helpful. I'm gonna see his headline, and I have Portuguese Empire crumbles, and these are both helpful. What else? Africa's gonna be boosted by him, so my best chance is to coup something, probably Nigeria. Portuguese Empire crumbles would do literally nothing here. For coup, I think I'm gonna elect... Of course. East European unrest or the Cambridge 5? I mean, I don't have the firepower to be greedy here, but I can't really afford giving up too many points. Now a 6. Okay. Better now than never. Which cars are spaceable? Shuttle diplomacy. This actually might make some sense. Especially if I take Pakistan with the China card, assuming he allows me to do so. How much is Africa now? 6. Combined with Alliance for Progress, this is over. Maybe I should try 2 space race attempts. Just hoping for the 3 points in case one succeeds. With East European unrest, this means giving 3 ops basically for free. I'm not counting this one from Poland, because it will matter after John Paul, but on the other hand, just look at my hand. And I didn't see Brush War, and I didn't see ABM. Southeast Asia, already in his favor. Nothing could be done against it in the meantime. Okay, so this was allowed, so this was done, and this justifies spacing shuttle diplomacy. Okay, Europe scoring. 1 point for me. And a chance that he doesn't have Africa scoring. Or Central America scoring, for that matter. So if all these scorings are buried, and if I played the China card, then I draw 7 cards, and he's drawing 8, so we may have no reshuffle, and I find it actually beneficial for me. Southeast Asia scoring, okay. I'm surprised that he had played these scorings in this particular order. This can't really help, so let's just make OAS founded fixable. What am I holding? I'm holding Nixon, and I'm holding our man, I guess. Oh, he has plethora of scorings. No really need to. But he didn't have the 2 I was mostly worried about, Central America and Africa. Or did he? In my games, Cameroon tends to be one of the most frequently could non-battlegrounds. Okay, this makes some sense at 5. Let's make it this way. I know, he can easily equalize. But this extra in East Germany wouldn't make so much good. Central America, nothing to be done about it. Okay, so East European unrest resolve event first. And now one influence tool here, just to keep this domination. Romanian is somewhere, but still, but this doesn't really matter. He has 4 countries, each of them shoreable with only 1 point, and only 1 country behind, and this has just been scored. So this just in case. And this requires extra care. Nuke subs, cooing Zimbabwe. With no discard, there is a chance that some of these cards is going to be left. And he suddenly rolled poorly when it was really important, because had he rolled 3 or more, cooing Zimbabwe wouldn't stop him from dominating Africa. Now it does. And actually even this 6 is quite important now. Provided, of course, I'm not losing Nigeria. Okay, Saharan states, Chile. So Central America, Africa, the scoring's left. No reshuffle. I see his headline, I get Brush War, and I get Liberation Theology. And Central America scoring. This means he got Africa scoring. And of course ABM Treaty. Which I am countering with Liberation Theology. This wasn't surprising at all. So let's brush war Panama. Nowhere can I get any better chance than here. And now I earned 1 point. I flipped a battleground. And I earned arms race potential, but not now because I'm not fulfilling the DEFCON requirement. And he may have some headache about the response. Oh, if I play our man, I provoke a reshuffle. Before all the late war cards come. Okay, so let's at least guarantee arms race scoring. And by the way, probably put him some headache. A well-timed socialist government's play may stop special relationship. That's also worth remembering. And I think I will provoke this reshuffle with our man. Because now that I think about it, I am probably not going to lose that fast, but I am going to lose with war games, if I make it able. If I activate it. So the China card is in my hand now. So let's now provoke the reshuffle, but the reshuffled cards aren't in our hands now. And that was my main concern, that he doesn't get them. Okay, red scare perch. Now, Zaire. DEFCON degrade to 2. Good. You have Africa. You score 4. And 3 from here, yeah. I score from here. You get 4 from Alliance for Progress. Oh, and 2 from here. That's worse. I'm afraid OPEC goes to space. My Ussuri reverse skirmish goes to space. He should have OPEC Alliance for Progress. And this, yeah. Couldn't be helped. Okay, so I'm discarding Nixon. And in my last action round, I of course play the socialist governments, denying his AR6, AR7, whatever he's planning. And he's probably planning something like Alliance for Progress. And as I said, this game is lost. But this loss can be delayed. Maybe. No space race, of course. My friend wants to meet military requirements. Should have tracked this UN, maybe. Asia and Middle East scoring. And Brush War returned. I believe Sadat was played by him, but it might have returned to his hand. Yeah, turn 5. East European unrest. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, the obvious headline is Fidel. East European unrest stops my domination in Europe and cannot be helped. What can he play to gain 2 victory points? I'm not sure. Okay, let's play Fidel and try to earn something from Middle East. So I think I'm cooing Libya with Glasnost. And of course, if he has war games, that's an immediate loss. But well, turn 8, turn 10, he doesn't. Okay, then. Can anything be done in Asia? No. He controls 3 battlegrounds and they are all out of Brush War's scope. So it's a 50-50 here. And succeeded. Gained me 1 point. And possibly 3 more for Europe. Four more are possible theoretically from Space Race. And I have 2 cards which are great candidates for space. Bearing this in mind, Liberation Theology is the obvious candidate to be a hold card. This couldn't really be helped. Or Latin American debt crisis. But it all depends on whether he moves successfully to Space Race, because if I space only once, I'm gonna hold the other card, which is probably AWACS. Not really necessarily, because Muslim Revolution is in the discard pile, courtesy of Reza Pahlavi. and the scoring is gone, and OPEC is no longer here. And more to the point, I am still going to be able to discard a card. A success. A success. Whew. Oh, and of course I can no longer space 3 ops cards. Yeah. Okay, he's playing my cards. So... Oh. He has 3 cards, but I don't think it's worth playing Liberation for Latin American Debt Crisis for an event, because if he doesn't discard, I don't really benefit from doubling. I do benefit from controlling a country adjacent to Cuba. On the other hand. And I think I am going to discard AWACS because I want to increase the number of cards I am receiving, just to reduce the chance that it is he who gets war games. ABM treaty, actually, for reformer. An evil empire, okay. But I can play reformer. France and Czechoslovakia. No, actually, France and West Germany followed up Europe scoring, quite juicy one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's gonna be 4 versus 3. So it is a domination, and 3 battlegrounds, 7 points, keeping me on the safe side of war games. And actually, this is a great hand. I can't complain about this one. So he gets +1 and nullifies flower power. And I get this. Okay. Of course, now Missile Envy would hurt me. But, well, this is the price that must be paid from time to time. That's 1 war card in the pack. I don't have problematic cards here. Chernobyl can be the AR7 play. Defectors for a coup, but where? Zaire. Okay, this was decent. There are no scorings left except South America. And I'm no longer losing so strongly in the map. But first things first, I'm gonna take Cuba while it's open. Then I'm gonna attempt to retake Africa by coupping Angola. Maybe I should put some points in Botswana earlier, prepare against nasty realignments, or maybe I should coup Zaire, because with ABM treaty I needed 2 to empty Zaire, 3 or more. Africa is not the most urgent. Ay, too bad it failed. Not that it's very important, because in Asia it's still close. I mean, I wouldn't dominate Asia anyway. Okay, I will coup Angola eventually, but this may be in the next turn. Formosan for an event, that's interesting. And that may be problematic. That was a very clever play. Okay. That was a nice roll, and if I'm not realigned right now, I can perform some realignments against Chile with the help of Junta. That Formosan was very, very clever. Nora realigning me, yes, this is quite predictable. Please fail once more. Yes, he did. So it's now my turn. Could be better, but I can't complain. Chernobyl for the last part of realignments. Sadat for an influence in Chile. And out of the sudden, we reached turn 1, and this game is by far not decided yet. Do not discard, because Willy Brandt looks like a promising headline. Now this is a problem, such a hand, for the last turn. Missile Envy is going to steal Soviets shoot down coal from me. Am I able to degrade DEFCON before it does? No, regretfully I am not. What I am able to do... Okay, so my plan to space Soviets shoot down coal and maybe play Air 8 are gone. Okay, so if I headline Pershing deployed, I'm gaining one more point. So let's summarize. Europe is dominated by me, but volatile. Asia is even, but easy to be dominated by him. Middle East is dominated by me, relatively stable. Africa is dominated by him, relatively stable. South America dominated by me. I should be able to keep it like this way. And unscored. Central America even, with the potential to be dominated by me. Okay, now. Cards I certainly don't want to play are North Sea Oil and Ask Not. Willy Brandt. So I'm playing the entire hand or I'm playing the China card. I think the China card isn't the worst that could happen. I'm playing the China card anyway. He gave me this Willy Brandt back. So I'm avoiding playing two cards. North Sea Oil is one of them, because I don't want him to have two last heirs this turn. John Paul will have to be self-repaired. Willy Brandt should be a valuable point. One Small Step is a coup card, Iran-Contra is a coup card. Colonials are second unplayable card. With Ask Not, I'm only risking that he discards South America scoring. But I think I have to... On the other hand, are colonials really unplayable? I mean, what damage can be done with it? He can't do any better in Africa. And he can't really do any better in Asia with this. The problem with Africa is if I coup Saharan states and keep it quite even, these colonials may just stop it. South America, 1, 2, 3 may stop my domination. I will have to secure Chile one time or another. But for starters, let's start going here. Whew. I'm glad I picked Guatemala, not Nicaragua. I didn't pick Nicaragua because there is still somewhere around Ortega. My South American domination can be stopped also by putting 2 in Paraguay and 1 in Colombia, or by breaking Peru. So it's not so stable, but now I see 4 regions dominated by me, only 1 by him. Olympic Games influence. Yes, Formosan coming. Okay, so Iran-Contras, yet another coup, this time in Saharan states. Let's start equalizing things. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough to hold this game. But let's make some efforts, shall we? John Paul is going to be played for self-repairing, and in my last action round, what I do strongly depends on the map. Cooing where? Saharan states, with not enough result. So he can quite easily stop my domination in South America. He needs 2 ops for this. My domination in Central America, he needs 2 ops. 1 op to dominate Africa, 1 op to stop me dominating Europe, 2 to stop me dominating Middle East. But I don't think he can do it all at once. Of course, Voice of America is killing me, if he has it. Now, if he has South America scoring and doesn't have Aldrich aims, then John Kennedy is a mistake. I saw Ziemowit calculating the scoring somehow seeing it all. Okay, let's calculate it now. 4, 9, 3, 7, 2, 3, plus 1 for him for the China card. So if the game was ended right now, he would have won by 1 point. One point can stop him from dominating Africa. 2 points can stop him from dominating Asia or regain domination in Europe. Stopping him from here requires 1 point to regain. Okay, in Central America he needs 2 points or a successful coup. And coup costs. In South America he needs 2 points. Only 1 needed in Africa. Only 1 needed in Asia, only 1 needed in Europe. As of me, if I play colonial regards, I may forget about Africa. And one more nuance. Because I am going to decide on Africa and breaking one of these dominations worth 5 points, but which one? And the answer is Europe. And if you're wondering why, because Europe can't be touched with Voice of America. Okay. I must say it's one of the most bizarre games I've ever seen, with almost steamrolled USSR in the early war, which actually ends up with a very tight final scoring, because this final scoring is going to be tight. I'm not sure whether I was leading in this game any time after he took my lead after I had played the captured Nazi scientist. Because the first point went to him from duck and cover, and then I gained 2 points with captured Nazi scientist. Then his favorable scoring comes, etc., etc., and the game went on. And as it went on, after he scored Europe, I no longer saw a red or even a gray background here. Will I see it in a few seconds, in a minute, in a quarter even, because he has 16 minutes left. We have 60 minutes per game, set up for 90 minutes due to engine limitations. A tremendously exciting game, I must say. taking into account how it began, and if somebody wants to remind, this is how it began. 1, 2, 3, 4 4-up cards versus such a hand of USSR perched. Two, 3 points. So something regained. And I lost by 2 points. But it was fun losing this way, actually. Thank you for watching. I appreciate very much comments to this game. I always appreciate comments to the games, but this one looks very special, so I'd like to know what were your thoughts, and see you next time.